Hey, it's Wyatt, and you know what? Death is kind of overrated. People make such a big deal out of it, but there's one quick, easy way to solve your problem. Just don't play a Nuzlocke. Everyone out there is playing Nuzlockes, and that means when they die for real. Just be like me, and don't play a Nuzlocke. Look, I'll prove it. No matter what happens to me in the middle of this road, I'll be perfectly fine. Uh-oh. Well, maybe not perfectly fine. You ever wonder what it would be like if we lived in a world where if you die for real? How crazy would that be? That's basically what a Nuzlocke is. A Nuzlocke is essentially a self-imposed hard mode for Pokemon games, because God knows Game Freak won't make a hard mode themselves. This is the type of challenge that really took off thanks to the internet. The first Nuzlocke was done by a guy named Ruby, who went on to be known as Nuzlocke. He was playing Pokemon Ruby and decided that replaying Pokemon games got a bit boring and repetitive, so he decided to spin a twist on it. He declared two rules. You can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in any area, and when a Pokemon faints, it's dead forever. These would eventually become the two rules locked in place for the Nuzlocke challenge. Ruby eventually turned some of the moments from his adventure into a comic on 4chan. Great. The home of totally real Nintendo Direct leaks, right? One of the characters from his comics was a Nuzleaf with the face of the character John Locke from Lost. This is how the challenge came to be known as a Nuzlocke. People really loved the concept that Nuzlocke had created, and so many people started doing YouTube videos where they did Nuzlocke runs of Pokemon games. Gee, I wonder who that could be. Now, let's talk about the hard and fast rules of a Nuzlocke. As we've already established, the main two rules are that you can only catch the first Pokemon in any area, and when a Pokemon faints, it's dead forever. There are a few other rules that are used pretty universally, however. Number 1, don't reset the game. The whole point is for it to be a challenge, so don't just reset to your last save state when a Pokemon dies. I bet you're the kind of person who plays Fire Emblem on casual mode, huh? Not that I did that. Of course I didn't. No. Number 2, nickname your Pokemon. By doing this, you'll probably get more attached to your Pokemon, and then it'll hit that much deeper when they kick the bucket. Number 3, even though you're technically supposed to release Pokemon when they die, you can also just put them in a PC. This is what I choose to do, since you can go back and look at all your fallen companions when everything's said and done. It's kind of a graveyard of sorts. And number 4, get the Pokemon yourself. I feel like trading to get Pokemon you want is sort of cheap and completely defeats the point of the challenge. Although there are some variations of the Nuzlocke that utilize trading in interesting ways, don't do it in a normal Nuzlocke. Same goes for Mystery Gift. In my opinion though, gift Pokemon are fine. I mean, of course they're fine. Your starter is a gift Pokemon. Some people don't like to use gift Pokemon, but I don't see why not. The way I play, you can get that Pokemon, and it also won't count as the encounter for that area. There are also some really hardcore rules that I don't tend to use, but if you really want a challenge, then go for it. A lot of people play Nuzlockes on set mode, so you don't know what the opponent will send out before they do, and you have to waste a turn switching Pokemon. Some people don't use items at all, meaning that if you need to heal your Pokemon, you have to go to the Pokemon Center, no potions. A lot of people choose not to use legendaries, which I can understand, that may make things a bit easier. Lastly, people often set level caps. Their Pokemon can't exceed the level of the next gym leader's highest leveled Pokemon, which I think is a cool way to make sure you don't get overleveled. Now, a few rules that may decrease the difficulty a bit. These are some of the extra rules that I personally use. The two main rules don't activate until you have Pokeballs. So you can't catch a Pokemon until you have Pokeballs, so I'd say it's a bit unfair to have to waste your encounter on the first routes because you couldn't buy any Pokeballs. Secondly, if you've already caught a certain Pokemon or a Pokemon in its evolution line, you don't have to catch it again if you get it as another encounter. You can re-roll for another encounter. Third, you can catch shiny Pokemon even if it isn't your encounter. I find it a bit unfair to not be able to catch one if you encounter one, so I think that's an okay exception. Now earlier I mentioned that there are different variations of the Nuzlocke. Let's talk about some of them, yeah? So a Soul Link is basically a co-op Nuzlocke. Two people play their games at the same time and all of their encounters are linked with each other. Say I caught a Rattata on Route 1 and my partner caught a Pidgey on Route 1. Those two Pokemon are linked forever, and if one dies, they both die. I've been really interested in doing a Soul Link, but considering my shift in content, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I mean, you saw what happened to the Platinum Versus. Oh yeah, I guess we can talk about a Versus. I mean, races aren't really exclusive to Nuzlockes. People race video games all the time, but there are a good amount of Pokemon Nuzlocke races on YouTube. So remember how I said that there was a variant that used trading? That is called a Wonderlock. Every Pokemon you catch has to be Wonder Traded for another Pokemon, so you'll get something completely random. Next, a Monolock. In one of these, you can only catch Pokemon of a certain type, just like a gym leader. I actually did a video a while back where I did a mono run of Pokemon Black where I could only use bug types, so I'd recommend for you to check it out. Although, it wasn't really a Nuzlocke, I was a bit tired of Nuzlocks back then. A Sleep Lock is basically a Nuzlocke that is completed in a single sitting without sleeping. A lot of Poketubers I watch tend to use Sleep Locks as a big event for hitting certain milestones and whatnot, so they're pretty fun. Now, I want to talk about randomizers. I love the randomness of life. Sometimes I open a carton of eggs, and out comes a copy of Wheel of Fortune for the Nintendo Wii. Most of the Nuzlocks I play are randomized, and most Nuzlocks you see on YouTube these days will also be randomized. The original style has just kinda lost its originality, I guess. So you download this program, put a ROM into it, and you get all these randomization options. You can randomize the wild Pokemon, gift Pokemon, including starters, legendary Pokemon, trainer Pokemon, field items, TMs, and so much more. You can even customize a lot more, like the amount of Pokemon that trainers have. I tend to give important trainers and gym leaders an extra Pokemon or two. Pokemarts can be randomized, but some of the pricings are a bit bonkers if you don't configure it right. If you want to get really crazy, you can even randomize Pokemon types, abilities, stats, the moves they learn, and even the Pokemon they evolve into. I don't really dabble too much with that because my brain would explode trying to figure out what type a Pokemon is. I do typically randomize abilities though, I think that's kinda cool. The main randomizer that people use can randomize any game from Gen 1 to Gen 7, so I'll leave a link to that in the description so you can use it for yourself. I can't help you for randomizing the Switch games though. It's possible, but probably a bit more complicated, so I'll let you figure that out yourself. You know, speaking of death, my death might be coming pretty soon if I don't find a way to stop it, so I'm gonna have to make a quick phone call. Hey guys, it's me. I need you to do me a favor. For a few weeks, could you like pretend to be me or something? Because I'm kind of wanted by the government for several accounts of tax fraud. Yeah, if you guys could do that for me, that'd really help me out. You know, on second thought, Nuzlocke are actually pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't mind living life on the edge a little bit. So you know what? I'm changing my mind. As of right now, I'm turning my life into a Nuzlocke run. If I die, I die for real. Who the hell are you?
You violated the law, so you must pay with your life.
Wait, no, don't shoot me, please. All of that stuff I was just talking about with the Nuzlocke, I pulled that right out of my ass. Nuzlocke aren't real in real life. If you die, you die, so please just don't shoot me.
I don't care.
Wait, no, stop!